Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon or Rising. And Capricorn, it's your weekly reading for the 23rd to the 29th of December 2019, last week of the year. This week for you, we have the Initiation Oracle card. We have the Three of Cups, the Hanged Man, the Ace of Pentacles, the Empress, Knight of Wands and the High Priestess. Pretty powerful energies here, Capricorn. We have half the spread Major Arcana. It is significant energy because the more majors, generally the more linked to our karmic contracts, our soul contracts, and, our life lessons as well. We have some beautiful cards here, some positive energy. I feel like a lot of the signs coming up to this end of the year are coming out of those darker times, and the energy is, starting to shift. We had that massive purging and releasing going on in that last quarter of 2019, and I'm pleased to see that the energy is shifting and changing as we start to get prepared to head into 2020. So before we unpack the tarot, Capricorn, I'm just going to read out the oracle card for you. The Initiation, Rite of Passage, Crossing the Threshold. Some of the most sacred initiation chambers and temples look scary from the outside, but are breathtakingly beautiful on the inside. This represents the journey that the soul pilgrim is required to take to reach somewhere sacred, but only the initiated can enter. Perhaps that's where you are right now. You are being tested, initiated, because you are headed somewhere sacred. Initiations require that we cross the threshold from one world or state of being to the next. We are called to face what scares us, to be willing to lose it all in order to gain a new way of being, of safety, of security, of depth, of meaning. Beautiful, Capricorn. Well, I was just kind of reading that slowly at the end because I was really thinking about the cards on the table here and really feeling that with the Hanged Man energy and the High Priestess, that you really are on the threshold of crossing over into a new state of being, of reaching some sense of enlightenment, maybe some kind of spiritual awakening, maybe seeking some kind of wisdom or knowledge to move forward in a new direction in your life. Maybe after moving through a time of darker energy, many of us have had ongoing recurring Tao moments in 2019 as we purge those energies that don't serve us anymore. We've moved as, a collective from the 3D consciousness to the 5D consciousness this year, guys. Unprecedented in human history, in our evolution. And, through that process, if we have shifted into 5D, we can't hold the denser energies anymore. That's why there has been so many completions, releases, people leaving our lives that we thought would be there forever. It's that kind of energy. So many of us have this feeling at the moment of walking out of a dark cave, walking into brighter times after a period where it's almost like, we have been initiated into another way of being this year. So that's what I'm really seeing here. And so it is that feeling of making a rite of passage internally, spiritually. And of course, that's actually going to change our external realm as well. It might lead us to seek new ways of earning our money and working in 2020. It might have us seek new friendships, new relationships. So I really think under that Hanged Man energy, this is you on that threshold. This is you changing that state of being, waiting for that enlightenment. Now, it can also mean, trying to see the bigger picture to gain a greater perspective in your life in order to move forward. Because this Hanged Man, he's hanging from that tree of knowledge. So he's waiting for some kind of insight, something to be revealed to him, some kind of aha moment. He's definitely not, he's not ignorant. He's just collecting that knowledge and waiting for that tipping point so that he knows how to move forward in his next chapter. And I love the High Priestess here with the Hanged Man, because the thing about the High Priestess is she is the revealer of mysteries. She can deliver truths and bring knowledge to light that might have been hidden. She has spent, time in the underworld as well as the the physical realm, she has the access to the subconscious and to the shadow side as well. So, the information that you're seeking could be a suppressed memory, could be from, part of your, shadow work that's somehow going to give you the enlightenment you need to move forward. The High Priestess also asks you to, trust your intuition as you kind of gather this information this week. She has the ability really to reveal what's going on behind that pomegranate curtain. And I feel like once you get that knowledge, then, you're really going to be up the other way, dancing back into the flow of life. Because the Hanged Man, in this position here, has a similar stance to the world energy. So some of you might be on the threshold of actually closing out a cycle, or in that in-between zone, in that rite of passage to crossing over the threshold into a new chapter. And it's through gaining that bigger perspective, changing that viewpoint, and surrendering to that process. That's when you'll be able to move into that next chapter. They also talk about dying the death of the Hanged Man, which can be, going through that grief process of denial, bartering, anger, sadness, depression, before we reach a place of acceptance. So some of you might be needing to do a final release in order to move on in your next chapter. Because as a focus energy this week here, Capricorn, we see beautiful new opportunities that are wanting to come in for you. So, this could be as a result of this completion, or, this information that's coming to light. This information that the High Priestess is going to reveal to you could lead you to a beautiful new opportunity. Because the Ace of Pentacles is an opportunity that comes to you after you might have had to scale a mountain, walk a path, or literally, go through a portal into a new state of being, into a new state of consciousness after your vibration's been raised. Then the goods come in, because the universe gets the memo that you're ready and willing and open to receive, and that your vibration is on the same frequency as the big coin. It can be a gift of money. It is the giving season after all. But the Ace of Pentacles is the seeds of pure potential. So if you choose to take action, to water them, to nurture them, to take that job, to take that offer of stability, to work on that project with that person you've always wanted to work on, whatever this is for you, then it has the ability to become truly abundant in your life and potentially become a big part of your next chapter, definitely your first quarter of 2020. Because the Empress, she is ready to birth this opportunity into the physical realm. The Empress can take your dreams, desires, and manifestations and make them real, make them tangible, because she's fertile and she's pregnant with possibility. And she is one of the biggest indications in the tarot of this energy of actually being able to manifest and bring into the physical realms. I love the Empress energy, because she has the ability to take that little Ace of Pentacles here and expand it quickly and make it truly abundant. So there could be big opportunities on the foot for you this week, Capricorn. And towards the end of the year, the last few days of the year, potentially, this combination here, and I think this combination was exactly the same as Virgo. So, I really feel that you're going to know when you've reached this tipping point of when to actually be able to move forward into your next chapter. Again, we see the link to the three sand dunes. So it's really talking about a great time to plant new seeds, to set new goals, to set intentions, manifestations, New Year's resolutions, because we have such strong manifestation energy. Just in terms of growing abundantly as well, both the Empress and the Three of Cups talk about reaping the harvest, celebrating the harvest of the seeds planted, maybe not necessarily right now, but in the next season, in the next chapter, maybe in the first quarter of next year. So dream big, set those goals, because this is the promise of that. The Three of Cups can also be about you celebrating with friends and family over this holiday season, enjoying each other's company, enjoying a lighter-hearted, more celebratory energy after a difficult year for a lot of us of releasing denser energies, of moving forward in difficult times. And then, towards the end of the year, guys, you're going to know when it's time to charge forth into that next chapter, potentially with the information that you gain out of this process. The Knight of Wands is about feeling reinvigorated again, enthusiastic, having a re-established passion for life. It can be, connecting with your sense of spirituality, can be a passionate new offer, or, somebody coming in, potentially a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. With that Empress energy there, don't rule out conception or birth, guys. If that's something that you're not wanting over the holiday period, maybe be a bit more careful there. But in Knight of Wands, it is about action. It's about riding into that new chapter and feeling just so, full of life and energy as you do that. So Capricorn, I think that some of you are coming out of a darker time. You're really seeking that knowledge or that enlightenment of how to move forward. It's going to come to you this week, and then you'll be able to charge forward with great speed. And, just definitely do some goal setting and set some manifestations this week, because the Empress here is a big promise of that becoming greatly abundant for you in the near future. So Capricorn, I'm going to leave it there. I wish you a beautiful week and happy celebrations, no matter what you believe in. If you're getting together with family and friends this week, enjoy that. Feel free to leave me a comment. Always love to know how it's playing out in your daily life. Do keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm not saying every Capricorn is going to have a week like this. And I look forward to seeing you back here next year for plenty more readings.